Okay, in this video, we will be working on more area, and it's going to be the second part of the review of area. So right now, we're going to be talking about getting the area of a triangle. So the formula for the area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. And a lot of times, it's the height that's tricky to get, okay? So looking at this triangle, the little tick marks mean that all four sides are the same. So to get the height of this triangle, I'm going right down the middle. I'm going to make myself a right triangle. Since I cut that guy in half, this guy is right here, right? Now, an equilateral triangle, if we remember, it's a special right. And what that means is this guy is 30 degrees. The one down here is 60 degrees. And we could use a 30, 60, 90 special triangle formula, and we could get what that is. So if I use my 30, 60, 90, then I know that this guy's already is, I'll go ahead and go through those steps. But if I use these steps for the 30, 60, 90, that guy is x, this guy is my x, square root of 3, this guy is my 2x, and then straight across from this guy is 4, so that is my 90. Divide that by 2, which I already did. I get my 2. So this 2 is x. That's going to replace that x. So this height is 2. Square root of 3 is equal to h. So that means my h is 2 square root 3. And that's number 1 on the Google Classroom assignment. So now I'm gonna go ahead and erase all this. And now we're ready to find the area. Since I know what h is, I know the base is 4. So that means I'm gonna have 4 times the height, which is 2 square root of 3, and all that will be divided by 2. Now the square root of 3 is going to be in the answer. So that square root of 3, I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. And what that means is all I need is my 4 times 2 divided by 2. Now since I got these 2's here, they actually cancel out. So my final answer will be 4 square root of 3. And it's going to be units squared, because when we deal with area, we're always talking about units squared. Okay, number 3 is what we call a rhombus. Now, a rhombus is a parallelogram in which all four sides are the same. And if you see the tick marks, that means that all four sides are the same. Now, the notes will tell you that these diagonals, that center right there, cuts those diagonals in half. So if this side is 4, this side is 4. This side is 2, then this side is 2. So the formula for the area, which is right here, is the diagonal 1 times the diagonal 2 divided by 2. So my diagonal 1 is 2 and 2, which is 4, times the other diagonal, which is 4 and 4, which is 8, and then we divide it by 2. And if I work this out, 4 times 8 is 32 divided by 2, 16 unit squared. Okay, that's number 3. Now I'm going to go to the other side. And now we deal with the trapezoids. So the trapezoid is kind of interesting. It has this formula of base 1, which is B1, plus base 2, which is B2, times the height. So it's like the bases times the height divided by 2. But now to get the height, I have to get that right there. And guess what we're going to use? We're going to use our special right triangles again. There's my 60, goes straight across. I have to know what this is. If this guy is 6 right there, that guy is 6, then that means that this guy is going to be 2. And then how I got that, I'm just going to do that real fast. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2, and that's how I got that. Okay? So, to get that 8, that the height, the h, again, I'll do my little special right triangle hashtag. So I got my 30, I got my 60, got my 90. Across from the 90 is my 4. Half of 4 is 2. So, oh, sorry. Let me erase that, do this right. Some of you guys can jump ahead that already know where everything's going. So here we go. That was 4 divided by 2 gives me that, and that 2 goes in the place of x, which is 2 square root of 3. So that's my height. So now I'm ready. I got base 1 plus base 2 times the height, and all that will be divided by 2. Now, you remember that square root of 3, we're not going to mess with that. That's already going to be part of the answer. So I'm going to go ahead and put my square root of 3 right there. And then if I look at my 2's, look what cancels. My 2's cancels. So I'm left with this 6 plus 8, which happens to be 14. And that's the area. So in number 4, we found h, which was 2 square root of 3. On number 5, we had to find the area, which is 14 square root of 3. And now we're ready for the last one, which is this. Now, this one here is a little interesting because I'm going to go ahead and write down the formula again. It's base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Okay? And they give me the height right there. So I know that 6 is equal to h, right? So I can already plug in my 6. Now, what is also interesting here is they give me this mid segment right here. Now, in the lesson about trapezoids, it told us that the mid segment is equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And hopefully that looks familiar because this right here is also right here. So that part is 13. So what that means is all we got to do is take that part, which is 13, times the h, which is 6, and we have our answer. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my, let's see if I can get my, oh, I don't have my calculator, so I'm going to do this manually. 13 times 6, that's 18, carry the 1, 6, that's 78 units squared. And that's number 6.